I'd like to call this meeting to order. If everybody would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Go ahead, you can introduce us.
So we have two veterans here with us today. Melvin Schiffler served in the U.S. Army for 20 plus years. He obtained a Vietnam Service Medal and was part of the Republican of Vietnam campaign and Vietnam Cross of Gallantry. He later went on to work at Toby Henna Army Depot. Thank you so much, sir, for being here today.
And second, we have Edward Sobolewski from Plains, PA, served in the U.S. Air Force from May 19th, 1955 to January 12th, 1957, stateside Denver, Colorado. After serving, he later became a construction foreman. So thank you for being here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, may I have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes have been approved. Opportunity for the public to address the board on agenda items only. No one? Okay. Before we get into the meeting, we have a proclamation. Proclamation 24-0090. This is a proclamation declaring April 7th through the 13th, 2024 as National Library Week in Lackawanna County, with a spotlight on April 8th as the Right to Read Day. Before I read the proclamation, we'll ask Sandy Longo, actually let me read the proclamation first, then I'll call Sandy up to the podium. Whereas today's libraries are more about what they can do with and for their communities and not just about what they have on the shelves. Libraries have long served as trusted institutions, often the heart of their cities, towns, schools, and academic campuses. And whereas libraries serve people of all ages, interests, and backgrounds, providing the resources and space to engage in lifelong learning, libraries offer equipment and professional staff support to utilize technology, programs, and services, often free or with nominal charges to users. And whereas libraries are a resource for all, regardless of race, ethnicity, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender, identity, or socioeconomic status. We recognize librarians as information professionals who provide expertise, services, and guidance for patrons to access credible sources and material, making their own informed decisions about the world today. And whereas libraries provide access to and display a wide range of information, not just a majority opinion or single perspective. Librarians hold the professional values of diversity, equity, and inclusion to meet the needs of all users. Now, therefore, we, Bill Gaughan, Matt McGloin, and Chris Chermak, Commissioners of the County of Lackawanna, Pennsylvania, do hereby recognize and proclaim April 7th through the 13th, 2024, to be National Library Week in Lackawanna County. And Sandy, if you want to come up and say a few words.
Okay. Can everyone hear me? We're okay? Thank you, Commissioners. My name is Sandy Longo, and I am the Executive Director of the Lackawanna County Library System. I could not be more proud and excited to be here this morning to share with you some exciting things going on in our libraries in Lackawanna County. First and foremost, I want to let you know that we have established renewed a relationship with Everhart Museum. We're bringing folk music throughout the year with the Everhart Museum and Doug Smith All-Stars Band to all the libraries in Lackawanna County, as well as we have, I just lost my train of thought. I'm just going to keep on going, and that'll come back to me. So I'm just highlighting what Lackawanna County is doing, and also I'm going to go through a couple of the all our member libraries and what they're excited about this year. Abington Community Library received a grant from Pennsylvania Humanities Council out of Philadelphia to have their teens work on a secret garden project. So not only National Library Week, which is the 7th through the 13th, but all through the year, It's a great time to visit your library and see what's going on. The Carbondale Public Library just opened their Family Place area, and they're doing specialized programming for families with children ages birth through 5, with an emphasis on birth through 3. And I will mention that 5 out of your 7 libraries in Lackawanna County are all Family Place libraries, which is a designation by the state that the staff is trained and specially certified to serve young families. Carbondale is also celebrating their 150th anniversary as the oldest public library in Lackawanna County. They're celebrating on Friday, May 10th. Dalton Community Library highlights kids' times and acrobatics, teaches Chinese language. The North Pocono Public Library is highlighting the beginnings of a cookbook club and also the expansion of their programming for adults. The Scranton Public Library, they are focusing on Cal Caldecott, which is an award that you get for illustrations in children's book literature. He is their mascot. So every year they celebrate Cal's Birthday Bash with Cal's Birthday Bash. The Friends with the Scranton Public Library celebrate every month, second Sunday with the Friends. And this year there's a musical presentation scheduled. And they're also excited to kick off the Nancy K. Holmes renovation project. Taylor Community Library are extremely proud of the Miracle on Main Street that they co-chair. Wait till you hear this. Patrons, 2,025 patrons went through their doors during that event. That's astounding, absolutely astounding. And they're excited to begin a new endeavor with the Kids Carnival that they're working on this year. And Valley Community Library is increasing their programs, including gardening club, Q club, story times, and more. And they have also a new children's play area, which is also working in with their Family Place designation. So I encourage everyone to come and visit your local library and see everything that's going on. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll come up, Sandy, and we'll present you with this proclamation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Come on, we're all adults. Okay.
Too many. We need one, how about one next to Commissioner Sherman? Too many came over. My pleasure. Trace, will you put Matt's microphone down? Thanks. All right, I need everybody to slide one step this way.
Come on, Rick.
All right, here we go. Everybody smile. Take a couple.
That was 4.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Resolution 24-0091.
Approving the current payables, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve the following payables. Lackawanna County's general fund numbers 369-294-369-647, inclusive totaling $6,552,980.60. The county's electric fund transfers, including all payroll accounts, totaling $13,841,950.66. Adopted regularly in the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the resolution to the payables?
Motion?
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been adopted. Resolution 24-0074.
Mr. Chairman, before we start that, the library is more than welcome to stay, but you don't have to stay if you don't want to, if you want to leave, okay? All right. This is approving the radiological emergency response grant. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve the submission of the radiological emergency response grant for this fiscal year 24 through 25 with the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency by the Lackawanna County Department of Emergency Management, adopted regularly in the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our EMA Director, Mr. Tom Taylor.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
What's known as the RERF grant, the Radiological Response Fund grant. As you know, Lackawanna County borders Luzerne County, which has the Susquehanna Steam Electric Station in Berwick. Lackawanna County is a support county for the power plant. What that entails is we receive evacuees in the event of a catastrophic emergency in Berwick. We set up a reception center, a decon to decon those individuals that come to our county of the radiological material that is on them, and we do set up shelters for them, temporary shelters with the Red Cross. So this grant helps support the equipment maintenance, and the overtime costs that are associated with the federally evaluated exercise that occurs every 2 years.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Taylor? Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0074?
Motion?
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0075.
Entering into an agreement with Johnson Controls, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve and enter into a renewal service agreement with Johnson Controls for fire safety, CCTV, and access control at the Lackawanna County 911 Emergency Services Center. The agreement is to commence on March 1st, 2024, and expire February 28th, 2027. Adopted regularly meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our 911 Director, Mr. Al Carn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Johnson's Controls has been maintaining our system for more than 10 years, and they are co-stars, and they're going to provide the maintenance coverage for access control, cameras, fire alarms, and sprinklers to cover parts and 99% or 100% labor and about 99% of the parts. We were in an auto renew. I talked to them, and we came up with an agreement to reduce the price by about 10% from what the bill was going to be for this year, and no auto renew, so we can renegotiate in 3 years.
Great.
The funds, we will be covered under the 83% funding that we get from PEMA, too.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Carney? Thank you. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0075?
Motion.
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0076.
Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby enter into an agreement with Siemens Industry Incorporated for the HVAC preventative maintenance on the Lackawanna County Courthouse and the Lackawanna County Prison starting April 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2025 at a cost of $43,958. Adopted regularly meeting the Board of the Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is the Chief Financial Officer of Lackawanna County, Mr. Dave Bolzoni.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Siemens is seeking contract extensions for the service to both prison and the courthouse. The company services the HVAC controls in both locations. The locations were previously under one contract. This renewal was divided into two contracts. The reason is that the controls in the courthouse will change to those supplied by NRG upon the completion of the energy management project. The controls in the prison will remain the same. The prison contract will extend until January 1st, 2025. The courthouse contract will have an expiration of March 31st, 2025. The courthouse contract, will likely be terminated earlier to coincide with the completion of the energy management project, which is expected prior to the end of the fourth quarter. The total contract cost, both contracts, is $43,958 annually, which is a 6.03% increase over the current combined contract. The total cost may be lower with the termination of the courthouse contract. Siemens is also a CoStar's vendor.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Bolzoni? Thank you. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0076?
Motion. Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0077.
This is the awarding the Strategic Management Planning Program. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby award the Strategic Management Planning Program to the PFM Group Consulting LLC, 1735 Market Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19103, after receiving approval from the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, once again, here is CFO Bolzoni.
Thank you.
The Strategic Management Planning Program Initiative, or STAMP program as it's generally referred to, resulted principally from cautionary notes that were issued from the Revenue and Finance Department in conjunction with the last two budget cycles, which we're all certainly well aware. Those cautionary notes are now being realized. The program provides financial assistance to local governments throughout the state to develop financial management and operational strategies. The consulting report is the foundation of the program. The program is guided by 5 measures: expenditure reduction, revenue enhancement, implementation of a long-term development strategy, adoption of best management practices to achieve operating efficiencies, and the pursuit of intergovernmental cost-sharing strategies. The plan has 6 very well-defined steps. The first is a financial condition assessment. The next is a financial trend analysis. And specific to the county, in this case, is the emergency management plan, which would be required for this fiscal year. The report also includes a management audit conducted on county operations, departmental operations, a multi-year plan strategy, and multi-year plan implementations. The county received 5 proposals. A committee was formed to review the proposals. All 5 proposals were considered qualified. The differences were really by degree based on experience and the expectation of deliverables. The objective of the committee was to determine the best value that was associated with the proposals. Based on this value proposition, the committee recommended the selection of PFM Group Consulting at a gross cost of $276,800, net of the $100,000 state grant assigned by the Department of Community and Economic Development. The cost to the county will be $176,800, or approximately 1/10 of our operating budget. The remaining cost will be funded through an allocation from the Revenue and Finance Department budget and a transfer from the health surplus account.
Any questions for Mr. Bolzoni? Okay, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0077?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question.
Yeah, just really quick on this. Like David just mentioned, the committee reviewed all the proposals. That committee obviously included our CFO, Dave Bolzoni. This third-party review is only going to benefit the county. Again, of the 5 proposals, PFM has the most experience working with counties. And you have to remember, we're not a municipality. We are a county. And given how massive our operation truly is, it is crucial that we lock in the services of a company like PFM that understands what a county operation truly looks like. We have one shot to get this right. We need the absolute best value to do this the right way.
Thank you. Commissioner Chermak, any comments?
Nope.
When Commissioner McGowan and I ran for office, we made a promise to the people of Lackawanna County that we were going to make sure a sound financial and operational management plan was developed and put into place so that county government was run professionally and efficiently, and your tax dollars were being spent wisely. Upon taking office on January 2nd, we both discovered that the county was in much worse financial condition than we could even imagine. There were roughly $19 million in unpaid bills. Vendors were not being paid since last summer. A $15 million structural deficit that's only getting larger every year. The county's bond rating was lowered, and we were told that we would run out of money before the end of this year. The financial outlook was and is bleak. It was also clear that there was no financial or operational efficiency plan. Each year, the county tried to get by, robbing Peter to pay Paul, basically, without actually addressing any of the real systemic problems. Upon taking office, we acted immediately by working with the State Department of Community and Economic Development, and Lackawanna County was accepted into the Strategic Management Planning Program. The program provides financial assistance by way of the development of financial management and operational strategies. The county was awarded a $100,000 grant to complete phase 1 of the program. Today, we are taking the first major step towards financial solvency by hiring PFM, a top-notch financial firm that will help the county develop a 5-year financial plan that will allow us to chart a path out of financial distress. It will also, and importantly, analyze the county's existing managerial, administrative, financial, and operational capacities. Are we top-heavy in some departments? Can we do more with less? Can we be more efficient and save money? Are we employing best practices? If not, why not? This would be like opening the hood of your car and taking a really good look at how the engine is running, not just continually adding more oil, but finally fixing the oil leak. We will be looking at every department, every row office, every single part of the very large organization and bureaucracy that is county government. To my knowledge, this sort of top-down analysis has not been done in a very, very long time and is desperately needed. Without a long-term financial plan, the county will just continue to delve deeper and deeper into debt. This analysis, when it's complete, will be shared with the public, and this entire process will be transparent. So instead of just talking about how bad the county's finances are, we are actually finally going to do something about it. And this is the first step in a long journey, but one that I think is necessary and long overdue. All those in favor of the resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Thank you. Resolution 24-0078.
Entering into an agreement with Pictometry. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby enter into an agreement with Pictometry International Corporation to assist with the county reassessment. Adopted a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is the Director of Assessments, Mr. Pat Tobin.
Good morning, Commissioners. This resolution pertains to a $5,000 agreement with Pictometry, which is highly pixelated overhead photographs that are going to facilitate Tyler in doing the reassessment thoroughly and completely. We were also able to negotiate with Tyler a concession of $5,000. So this resolution is going to cost the county a net of $0.
Thank you. And Mr. Tobin, while you're here, can you give us an update on reassessment and how that's going? And
As far as data collection is concerned, they're at 58% of residential properties. Commercial properties are lagging a little bit behind because they didn't get that started until later. They're bringing in people from Ohio to add to their team. They currently have 2 professionals in the field doing commercial properties. So we're on schedule to finish completely with data collection by September 1st, at which point we'll go into the valuation process. And everything is on schedule right now. New values will be sent out to the public next spring, proposed assessed values.
thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Any questions for Mr. Tobin? May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0078?
Motion?
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0079.
This is accepting the proposal from Geograph IT. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby accept the proposal from Geograph IT EBA Engineering to provide on-demand GIS technical support services to be split between the Assessor's Office, Emergency Services Department, Planning and Economic Development, and the Planning and Economic Development Office. The contract is to begin immediately and expire on December 31st, 2024, and not to exceed $63,900. Adopted at regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, once again, here's Director Tobin.
This is a contract, this is a renewal contract with Graphic IT. They provide on-call GIS technical service for the Assessment Department, the Department of Economic Development, and also the 911 services. It's a total cost of $63,900. The Assessment Office has that budgeted. I trust that Economic Development and the 911 Center has as well.
Thank you. Any questions on this for Mr. Tobin? Okay. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0079?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0080.
It's approving the agreement with Environmental Planning and Design, whereas Lackawanna County, on behalf of the City of Carbondale, the boroughs of German and Mayfield, and the townships of Carbondale and Greenfield applied for and received funding through the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development to develop a regional comprehensive plan and update the 5 local zoning ordinances and zoning maps. And whereas the NORLAC Planning Committee has selected Environmental Planning and Design, 100 Ross Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15219, with a completion date no later than June 30th, 2026, to exceed $170,743. Therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approved the contract between the County of Lackawanna on behalf of German and Mayfield and the townships of Carbondale and Greenfield with Environmental Planning and Design. Adopted regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Director of Economic Development, Ms. Kristen Mignata.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Again, as was stated by Mr. Jeffers, this is the second of 3 community planning and zoning service projects with a collaboration of municipalities. As we had with the first project and community planning and zoning project, which we called the SAPA, which was Scranton Abington. This one is NORLAC, Northern Lackawanna, which consists of 5 municipalities, as stated by Mr. Jeffers. The committee was made up of individuals from all of the municipalities to, in fact, identify the best consultant, which was the same consultant used for the first community planning and zoning service. Environmental planning and design. The regional comprehensive plan serves the specific goal to update ordinances in conformity with the PA Municipal Planning Code. The regional planning project provides technical support and cooperation with local municipalities to assist in the development of vital communities and establish partnership and trust with our local and community leaders. And with that said, the cost associated to the county only is a match of $15,000, with total project costs being at $184,000.
Thank you. Any questions for Mrs. Magnata? The only thing I'll say on this is that I just know from the city's perspective with SAPA that it was much more feasible to update the zoning ordinances if you did it regionally. So I'm glad to see
Yes.
that they're working together.
That's correct. Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0080?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0081.
Establishing a property assessed clean energy program, whereas Title 12 of the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes 12 PS 4301 as amended authorizes counties and municipalities to establish a commercial property assessed clean energy program. And whereas Section 4303 of Title 12 authorizes the county to establish the program by adopting a resolution defining an area or group of real properties designated for the purpose of establishing the program and provide the operational standards and guidelines. And whereas the PPL Sustainable Energy Fund, incorporated hereinafter as Sustainable Energy Fund, is a Pennsylvania 501c3 not-for-profit entity with a mission to promote research and invest in clean and renewable energy technologies, energy conservation, energy efficiency, and sustainable energy enterprises that provide opportunities and benefits. And whereas the Sustainable Energy Fund has been a leader in developing program guidelines that can be used statewide in establishing a program, and the Sustainable Energy Fund can perform the role of the program administrator for the established program. And whereas the Lackawanna County Commissioners desire the county to establish the program and enter into a cooperation agreement with Sustainable Energy Fund for the administration of the program, and whereas the Lackawanna County Department of Economic Development provided notice to every municipality within the county that the county commissioners intend to establish the program throughout the entire county. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the county commissioners of Lackawanna County, Pennsylvania, that number one, a property assessed clean energy program shall be established in the county and be known as the Lackawanna County CPACE program. Number two, the Lackawanna County Commissioners designate the entire county as the district, and as defined in Section 4302 of Title 12 of the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes. Number three, the Sustainable Energy Fund shall be authorized to administer the Lackawanna County CPACE program in accordance with the cooperation agreement. And number four, the county and Sustainable Energy Fund shall negotiate the terms of the cooperation agreement. Number five, the Lackawanna County Commissioners authorize the Lackawanna County Chairman to execute the cooperation agreement. Number six, the Lackawanna County Commissioners authorize the Lackawanna County CFO or designee to execute any and all other necessary documents as may be required to facilitate the successful implementation of the Lackawanna County CPACE program. Number seven, any reference in this resolution to any officer of the county or any other officer or member of the Lackawanna County Commission shall be deemed to refer to his or her duly qualified successor in office, if applicable. Number eight, the county approves, ratifies, and confirms all action heretofore taken by its officers, its designated representative or representatives, and other persons on its behalf in connection with the undertakings herein contemplated, to the extent not inconsistent with this resolution. Number nine, in the event any provision, section, sentence, clause, or part of this resolution shall be held to be invalid, such invalidity shall not affect or impair any remaining provision, section, sentence, clause, or part of this resolution, it being the intent of the Lackawanna County Commissioners that such remainder shall be and shall remain in full force and effect. Number 10, all prior resolutions or parts of other prior resolutions that are inconsistent with this resolution are hereby repealed. Finally, number 11, this resolution shall become effective immediately upon having been recorded in the minutes of the Lackawanna County Commissioners, and the Lackawanna County Commissioners hereby directs that this resolution be recorded immediately following its adoption. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, once again, here's Director Magnano.
Everybody's still awake?
Torture.
People are sleeping in the back.
Thank you. That was quite the resolution, and I do not want to be too redundant from what Mr. Jeffers has said in the resolution, but really this program, it truly is a win-win for the county. This program is at no cost to the county. It is another tool to encourage development in Lackawanna County and to focus on clean energy. We already have quite a number of building owners and developers very excited that this program will be moving its way into Lackawanna County as it currently exists in other counties in the state of Pennsylvania. So with that said, we've worked very closely with the Sustainable Energy Fund, which is the PA-based nonprofit that facilitates the CPACE program. One thing that's very important is many of the financial institutions that facilitate these programs around the state are very large institutions from Philadelphia, from Pittsburgh, and in collaboration, this being an all-hands-on-deck attempt with both Mr. Bolzoni and the Economic Development Department, we want to take the opportunity to not only do educational webinars for our economic developers as well as our private developers, but also with our financial institutions. We think it's very important to get our financial institutions here in the county engaged in this win-win program for the county. With that said, if there are any questions, thank you.
Any questions? Thank you very much. I think this is, as you said, a great economic development tool, so we're excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0081?
Motion. Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been adopted. Resolution 24-0092.
This is entering into a cooperation agreement with Dixon City Borough. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of the County of Lackawanna is hereby authorized to enter into a cooperation agreement with the Borough of Dixon City for the Dixon City Borough Pancoast Street stormwater and roadway paving improvements, and does hereby award the following community development block grant construction contract for the Dixon City Borough Pancoast Street stormwater and road paving improvements to, for general construction, this is the Stefersky Paving Company, 3 Export Lane, Archbold, Pennsylvania, the lowest, most responsible and qualified bidder for $92,427.50. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Once again, here is Director McNaughton.
Thank you. This resolution, again, entering into an agreement with Dixon City Borough to administer the Pancoast Street project, funded by CDBG, the Community Development Block Grant Program for Dixon City for stormwater and roadway paving project. This is a great use and a great example of the CDBG funds. This project will be at no cost to the county. The resolution is awarding Stefersky Construction the contract for the project as they were the most fair, responsible, and equitable bidder. The contract, again, as Mr. Jeffers mentioned, $92,427.50, again, for stormwater and roadway paving in Dixon City.
Great. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0092?
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Resolution 24-0082.
It's approving professional service agreement for the Area Agency on Aging. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approved the Department of Health and Human Services Area Agency on Aging contract for professional services and CareWide LLC, 201 Lackawanna Avenue, Scranton, Pennsylvania, 18503. For the fiscal year 24 through 25, with a cost not to exceed $71,000. Adopted regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Director of the Area Agency on Aging, Ms. Sarah McDonald.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The Area Agency on Aging is seeking permission to partner with CareWide LLC to provide recruitment and training to independent contractors who will provide personal care services to older adults on our options program waiting list through the consumer reimbursement model. They will also provide initial and annual training to home care agencies to help maintain the workforce. The goal of our partnership is to reduce the number of people waiting for a personal care provider through our options program through workforce development. This amendment will cost no money to Lackawanna County. $71,000 in funding will be provided through the expanding the public health workforce within the Aging Network for States grant through the Pennsylvania Department of Aging.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Sarah?
So this is used for doctor's visits, testing, like grocery store visits, things like that?
That's our next amendment.
That's the next one. Am I
Yeah,
looking
this
at the wrong
program is
one?
like workforce development
Oh,
for personal
wonderful.
care.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0082?
Motion.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0083.
Approving the Area Agency on Aging contract amendments. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County is hereby approve the Area Agency on Aging contract amendments with the County of Lackawanna Transit System, Colts, and Telespon Senior Services Incorporated for the fiscal year 23 through 24. Adopted regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, once again, here is Director McDonald.
The Area Agency on Aging is seeking permission to allocate additional one-time funding to Colts for the shared ride transportation services. They provide coordinated transportation for adults 65 and older that include rides to senior centers, medical appointments, grocery stores, social service programs, adult day centers, and pharmacies. The agency estimates over 80,000 one-way trips through the shared ride program annually, and we are one of the few counties who offer this service at no cost to Lackawanna County residents. Aging requested $117,500 from the Human Service Block Grant Retained Earnings Plan to be utilized as additional funding to ensure that adults 65 years and older would continue to pay no cost towards the shared ride transportation in Lackawanna County. This amendment will not utilize or impact any county funding. And the Telespon Senior Services Amendment, the area agency is requesting permission to allocate funding to the Telespon Senior Services in support of the Older Adult Advocacy Center project. This center is expected to be opened in summer 2024 and will provide the following benefits to older adults living in Lackawanna County: emergency respite, transitional housing, multidisciplinary team case management, wraparound services, medical consults, and education and training. Aging is requesting to contribute a total of $250,000 towards the development of the Older Adult Advocacy Center in Lackawanna County. This amendment will cost no money to Lackawanna County. Lackawanna County Area Agency on Aging is state and federally funded through the Pennsylvania Department of Aging.
Thank you. Any questions for Sarah? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0083?
Motion.
Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0084.
This is the granting of the Scranton Tomorrow funding request. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, does hereby grant the cultural partnership funding request for the Scranton Tomorrow organization's July 3rd fireworks display to support the fireworks insurance and related expenses for a total amount of $12,500. Adopted regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Director of Arts and Cultural, Ms. Maureen McGuigan.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I know it's hard on a day like this to imagine a hot July night, but it is coming, so we're starting to plan the fireworks, and it always starts with paperwork. This is something we sign every year. Been doing this since 2011. So this first one is, as per restrictions on our insurance, we cannot directly contract with fireworks company, so we're really grateful that Scranton Tomorrow steps up to the plate every year as our partner. So we do give them a sponsorship along that's split with Odyssey, our other partner, to cover the firework expenses and administration costs. So that's what this is.
Thank you. Any questions for Maureen? Okay. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0084?
Motion.
Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0085.
This is entering into a co-promotion agreement. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, is hereby entering into a co-promotion agreement with Odyssey, Pennsylvania, LLC, and Scranton Tomorrow for the Scrantastic Spectacular on Courthouse Square, July 3rd, 2024. Adopted regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County, held on April 3rd, 2024. Once again, Mr. Chairman, here is Director McGuigan.
As I mentioned, Odyssey is a partner, and they do invest resources in this event as well. So as per their corporate policy, every year we have to sign a co-partnership agreement with them, so that's what this is.
Okay, great. Any questions on this? May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0085?
Motion.
Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0086.
Entering into an agreement with the Community Development Properties. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, is hereby enter into an agreement with the Community Development Properties, Scranton Incorporated, to allow international fireworks to to use the rooftop of the Linden Street Garage located at 305 North Washington Avenue on Monday, July 3rd, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. for the purposes of a fireworks display. This agreement is among the Community Development Properties Scranton Incorporated, Scranton Parking Authority, the Car Park, Scranton Tomorrow International Fireworks, and Lackawanna County. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, once again, is Director McGuigan.
So this is a wonderful event. I hope everybody puts Wednesday, July 3rd in their calendars now. And it is beautiful because it's downtown. So we do shoot them off from a parking garage, which there are some logistics with that. So this is an agreement we have. There's several entities that manage the parking garage. So to shoot them off the Linden Street garage, we need to sign an agreement with them.
Great. Any questions on this? Very good. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0086?
Motion. Second.
It's been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution 24-0087.
This is accepting the traffic plan proposal. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, does hereby accept the proposal of maintenance and protection of the traffic plan from United Traffic Control, 810 Mill Street, Dunmore, Pennsylvania, at a cost of $22,850. Adopted at a regular meeting for the Board of Commissioners, Lackawanna County, held on April 3rd, 2024. Finally.
Let me
here
guess,
once
Marty
again is
McGuigan again?
Director
There you go.
McGuigan,
Sorry.
yes.
Okay, you're
I
up
work in the arts. I have to make it dramatic. I forgot I had one more. Yes. So we will be starting the mural again that's coming off the Biden Expressway in June. So because it is, a busy area, as per PennDOT, we are required to have a traffic control plan and then have a company that will help us manage that over the period of the implementation of the mural. So we are contracting with United to handle that part.
Great. Any questions? Okay, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0087?
Motion. Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Thank you very much. Resolution 24-0088.
Entering a new agreement with Johnson College. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County does hereby enter into an agreement with Johnson College for the administration and operation of a business education partnership pathways to STEM occupations program to commence immediately and expire June 30th, 2024. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Workforce Development Board Director, Ms. Virginia Toronto.
Thanks, Virginia.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thanks for having me. Recognizing the need to provide our youngsters with information about and exposure to different types of occupations as they begin their career development, the Lackawanna County Workforce Development Board, under a Commonwealth-approved grant that we received, solicited proposals for career awareness activities for intermediate school-age children. Johnson College submitted a proposal entitled Pathways to STEM Occupations. It was reviewed by the Youth Advocacy Subcommittee of the board, approved by the Executive Committee, and ratified by the full board at our last full board meeting. The project is a series of 4 one-day sessions targeting 4 different school districts in Lackawanna County: Abington Heights, Carbondale, Lakeland, and Scranton. And the students will be bused to the campus of Johnson College, and during that one-day activity for each school, they will engage with regional industry leaders, receive an introduction to STEM-related occupations and courses at Johnson College, and have a hands-on discovery activity where they will build a solar-powered phone charger and be able to take that home. They'll also receive lunch and a tour of the campus. Total project cost, $6,750, covered entirely under the grant, no cost to the county, and they're targeting up to 50 students.
That's great. Any questions for Virginia? Okay, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0088?
Motion. Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Resolution 24-0089.
This is ratifying an engagement letter. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby ratify the engagement letter from Baker Tilly for the 2023 Affordable Care Act reporting. Adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on April 3rd, 2024. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Resources, Ms. Joanne Decker.
Good morning.
Morning, thank you. We're entering into an agreement with Baker Tilly to assist with our ACA reporting, so this will just make sure that they are accurately and timely reported with the IRS.
Very good. Any questions? May I have a motion to approve Resolution 24-0089?
Motion?
Second.
Been a motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Opportunity for the public to address the board.
Joan Hodawan, Scranton. I just want to add to Sandy Longo's comments about the value of libraries in our community. I think everybody is aware of the role that libraries play in supporting literacy among children, which is especially important now that we're trying to recover from the effects of the pandemic. But there's another aspect I'd like to highlight this morning, and we're all aware of recent events involving gang activity in Lackawanna County, particularly in Scranton. I haven't heard much in the recent weeks, and it's gone on the back burner and until the next event occurs. But I want you to understand that the county libraries, all 7 of them, and the Children's Library, which is a county asset, play an invaluable role in anti-gang activities and initiatives. For example, Scott Thomas, who is the CEO of the Scranton Public Library, is a member of Scranton's Youth Engagement Council, which Mayor Cognetti stood up with the specific function of deterring and detecting gang activity. What happens in the summer? All your public schools close down. I'm not aware of any real activities that they support. Libraries never close. They're always open. The Children's Library, every Thursday night, they have events and activities for teens between the ages of 12 and 18. In fact, the Children's Libraries has activities for infants all the way up to 18 years old. Bill, did your children go to the Dinosaur Adventure Program?
They didn't, no.
Oh, shame on you. They would have seen an 8-foot Triceratops skull, among other things. But that's done the Friends of the Scranton Public Library have an event the second Sunday of every month. You should look into it. So I just want people to understand that your county libraries are open 7 days a week, minus holidays and snowstorms. 52 weeks a year. They're there, they provide, where else are you going to find a location that provides activities that are safe, educational, and fun? It's not the public schools, I'll tell you that. And as we're talking about children, the only other thing I would like to ask is what is the status of staffing of the Office of Youth and Children's Services? Have we gotten that up to par yet?
No, nowhere near up to par. We did hire 3 caseworkers, I believe.
Yes.
Am I correct in saying that? We're really doing everything in our power to attract more caseworkers to the agency. The salary board today at 2 o'clock, we're hiring 16 part-time positions to hopefully alleviate some of the issues when a child has to be transported from our county to, let's say, Allegheny County, and you have a caseworker taking that child out there. Now we'll have a part-time driver, and they'll be able to help the agency out a lot.
Well,
and
it's still progress.
That's progress, right, correct. And there's been a lot of interest from former employees of the office and people from other counties as well that want to work part-time and chip in. So we hope it's going to be successful.
That's good. And the only other thing is happy birthday to Carbondale Public Library, 150 years of service to its community.
Thank you. Anyone else like to address the board? Okay. Commissioners, other business. Commissioner McGloin.
Gentlemen, thank you so much again for being here with us today, and thank you for your service. So as a lot of you know, the opening day at the stadium last night was postponed due to the weather, hoping to get to tonight's Rail Riders baseball game, because I think it has a chance to be a very memorable event, as we'll be throwing out the first pitch. So, very anxious to see how these two next to me handle that. But I look forward to going to that game and hoping it proceeds as planned. We have the chance to attend the debut of Ideal Saldi Hall at Johnson College right after we adjourn our meeting today. Look forward to witnessing the unveiling of this new construction building, and no doubt it'll provide great opportunities for students and for our community. And lastly, this Friday, I'm excited to attend the ribbon cutting ceremony of Art House, which is right on the corner of Penn Ave. I want to extend my gratitude to John Basiliga for his dedicated efforts in enhancing our beautiful city. As we know, movie theaters and movie houses hold a long-standing tradition in Scranton, and I believe the opening of Art House presents a wonderful opportunity for people to rediscover the charm of downtown entertainment. The renovated theater's stunning aesthetics with its bright and inviting lights are sure to captivate visitors. I believe that this is truly a sight that can't be missed. After all, this is the Electric City.
Thank you. Commissioner Chermak?
Well, I think Matt had some of my notes, but I want to thank our veterans as well for attending today, and thank you for your service. We appreciate you being here. I also was going to comment on baseball, too. However, I am not going to compete with a professional quarterback in throwing in a football.
I'm washed up.
First pitch, we'll see about that. Hopefully, we have a great season. It's not starting out too well, but the weather's got to improve. And again, as you can see through our agenda today, there's a lot going on. The library system, we have one of the best library systems around. They do a tremendous job. The programs that they offer, it's second to none. And then the stuff that goes on with the Area on Aging with Sarah and what Kristen is doing now with economic development. There's just so many things going on here in this county, and so many programs and so many things that we're going to assist with and try to build businesses here and just attract more people. And again, with Maureen, with arts and culture. She does a tremendous job, and just a simple thing of fireworks, that's a huge amount of work that goes into just a couple hours, but hopefully we have good weather for that night, and it's always a great, great night, so I'm looking forward to that too. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to report that the 2023 audit has finally been completed. We plan on holding a public meeting with the auditor, Zelenkowski Axelrod, and our Revenue and Finance Department, so that they can explain the audit and our financial standing in detail. This is a best practice that, to my knowledge, has not been done in Lackawanna County, but we plan on making sure that it's a yearly occurrence. I want to thank all of the staff at the Lackawanna County Coal Mine Tour. Opening day was April 1st, and I was up there with my cousins, Margaret Holmes and Carmel Ferguson, who are visiting from County Mayo, Ireland. They had a wonderful experience, and they were really impressed. The staff was very professional, and it was extremely busy, which was great to see. And I'd like to, I know our controller, Gary DeBilio, wanted to say a few words about his annual auditing activity report, and I forgot to mention you before, so I'll turn it over to you.
No problem. Thanks, Commissioners, and good morning to everyone. Briefly, earlier this week, I presented to you and the public via the county website our Office of Controller Annual Audit Activity Report for 2023. This report covers the work done by the Controller's Office for last year. This report is required by the Pennsylvania County Code and the Home Rule Charter, and it's due by April 1st of each year. There are extra hard copies here if anyone should want one. And if you'd want to call my office, our office, we can get you a copy. And again, it's on the county website. If anybody has any questions regarding this report, please contact our office also. I'd like to thank everyone within the county for their cooperation this past year with our Controller's Office. And of course, I'd like to thank my staff, who I've invited here today for all their hard work in 2023. And if I may, I'd like to introduce them to everyone. So I have here my Deputy Controller, Reggie Mariani. Reggie, he's here. Also, Elaine Kingsley is was unable to make it today. She's off today. And Cindy Borgna, Lindsay Holland, Susan Henry, Nancy Crakey, Karen McIntyre, Terry Rizzo, and Ella Walsh. If you could just stand up for a second, we'd like to recognize you. Thank you. So thanks for all your hard work, and thank you for the cooperation of everyone within the county. Appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely. Thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn? Yes, sorry.
I just wanted to let you know that the mail-in ballots are going out today in the drop-off boxes at Dixon City, Clark Summit, Roaring Brook, Music, and I'm trying to do my cheat notes here. There's also a new one in the city of Carbondale at the Fallbrook Street Senior Center. The drop boxes will be going out tomorrow, just so that people know the mail-in ballots are going out today, boxes are going out tomorrow.
Great. Thank you very much. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second on the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.